We're journeying through this first letter of St. John as he details to us what it means to be ultimately a disciple of Jesus. It means that we are to love God and love our neighbor. And he talks about it in more clear terms. I'd like to present to you just an image of what it means to love. The image is the Sacred Heart of Jesus. The Sacred Heart of Jesus is the clear image of love. I know Pope Benedict wrote in his encyclical Charity and Truth, he wrote about how love contains both charity and truth. Without truth, charity will become just mere emotions, what he calls sentimentality. And without without charity, truth is something that's cold. It becomes hard. And the Sacred Heart is that image where charity and truth meet. We can look to the cross as the place where we see the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and we look at the heart that was pierced. And the truth of the matter is that Jesus fulfilled, in obedience to his Father, all that was required so that you and I could be in relationship with God, which meant his pain, his suffering, and his death. Jesus said, I did not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And he fulfilled it by dying on the cross. That's the truth of his love. Of course, his passionate love is found in the heart, the Sacred Heart as well, where he shows us through his life and what he does with his apostles and his disciples, that he wills for us to live life to the full, to be inflamed with a passion and excitement for God. And St. John is saying this very clearly to us today. When we love God and obey his commandments, in this way we know that we love the children of God when we love God and obey his commandments. How do we love one another? It's by loving God and sacrificing and following in obedience his truth and obeying God's commandments without exception. For the love of God is this, that we keep his commandments. This is the anchor or the rock. This is entering into the obedience that Jesus had with the Father, where he fulfilled everything of the old law and elevated it to the new. Sometimes we hear all that people aren't feeling the faith, or they're not feeling God, or they're not feeling close to God. The question, more importantly, to ask people who present that is, how have you been obeying his commandments? How have you been showing love to God? How have you been obedient in sacrificing your desires, your wants, for him? Because he gave his all for us. The Sacred Heart, the perfect image of what St. John is speaking about today.